Hello everyone, a very good evening. So how are you all doing? I'm sure some of you might be nervous, some of you would be confident since we have our maths paper tomorrow. Finally, entire year we prepared for it. So finally the day has come. Yes, so who all we have here? Kajal, Sandhya, Aishu, hi Kanika, Mariam, Ritvik. Yes, Menka Kumari, good evening. Doing great. Wow, awesome. Good evening, Varshini, Sky High, Pradhana Jal, Rahul, Methili. A very good evening to all of you. So, are we all set for tomorrow's exam? Yes? Are we all prepared for it? Yes. Good evening, Manoj, Study Pop, Shraddha Kitchen, Poshika, Amruta, Mobuni, Dhanishka. Hello, everyone. Yes, I hope I'm visible and audible to everyone. Quickly give me thumbs up, smileys if you can see me and hear me properly. Yes? All right. So there is no glitch at all, so we can start. So why am I here today? So today I'm going to discuss quickly the formulas that we have in the term 2 syllabus, and I'll give you some last minute tips. Yes? All right, so let's not waste any more time here. Let's get started. So first, the last minute tips that I wanted to share with you. This is something that I've learned from my own personal experience. First thing, use your time wisely. If you remember, we did a session on how to manage time in exam, right? I told you how to manage the time during the exam, right? But before the exam day, what you should do? I remember yesterday also, during the session, some students were saying that, ma'am, I know everything, I have revised all the concepts, but still I forget it. So I tell you something, what you can do is, just few minutes before you sleep, what you can do is, just before you switch off the lights, that's a fantastic time for memorization. Trust me. Because what happens is learning before sleep significantly increases our memory retention. So what you can do is when you are tucked up in bed, you can just quickly read through what all you want to, what all you quickly want to remember, as in like, let's say the concepts, maybe the theorems, maybe formulas, what all you feel that I want to revise. Just do that. After that, you switch off lights and sleep. That's what we should do. That's the best time for memorization. All right. Rest, everyone has a different strategy, right? Some people want to wake up early in the morning, then they want to do a quick revision. Some want to, want to be awake whole night, then they want to revise it. It all depends on you. You know what works best for you, right? Another thing, eat a healthy meal. That's, everyone says that, right? Eat a healthy meal. But what I would say is, eat what you like, what actually makes you happy, right? Because when you eat what actually makes you happy, it will give you a boost ready for the next day. Yes. Oversleeping, I don't understand how at this point of time someone can oversleep. I think most of the students would be stressed out at this point of time. Yeah? Will we have? Absolutely, Varshini. Yes. All the formulas that we have in the term 2 syllabus. Niranjana, pasted all the formulas on wall of my room. This remembers me of my school days when I was in grade 10. I used to do the same thing. I used to paste the formulas, everything, like the important things on the wall, so that every time when I study, I'll have a look to it. And best way, whenever you're passing from there, you can just have a quick look to that and you can remember those things. Revision is done, still panicking. So please, if you are confident, first you should believe in yourself that I know everything, right? Yes. So don't panic, don't be afraid. It is just an exam. And this is not the first time that you're writing an exam, right? Right, Varshini. Yes, flashcards. A good way to remember things. It's okay, Ankita. Good evening. Yes, all the recorded videos. I'm glad that it is actually helping you. Thank you. Super nervous for tomorrow, feeling stressed too. Why are you feeling stressed out? See, entire year you have practiced a lot. You have studied really well. So what are you stressed? Why are you stressed out at this point of time? I'm sure you all will do really good. Yes. Suppose you come across a question that you don't know how to solve. You come across a complex one. You come across a hard question. What you should do at that point of time? As I told you, you are given those 15 minutes. I know that in those 15 minutes, you will be filling all the particulars on your answer sheet. It doesn't take more than a minute, trust me. Because obviously, we have given boards, obviously in grade 10th and in grade 12th also. You have given English exam already, so you know that it won't take more than 1 minute or 1.5 minutes. Rest 14-13 minutes, quickly go through the question paper, right? I'm not saying put big marks on the paper, because I've seen that students are saying, ma'am, we're not supposed to mark anything on the question paper. I know that. Just put a small dot or something, just for your understanding, that these are the easy ones. And quickly, you have to be very quick in this. You need to time yourself that these many questions I'm going to cover in this much time, and these are the hard ones, or I don't know how to solve this one. So I'm going to leave 10 minutes or maybe 15 minutes, 5 minutes for this question, right? For the tougher ones. Yes. See, why we make calculation errors? What do you think? What could be the reason? Reason is we are rushing with it. You are panicking. See, if I give you a question to solve, a new question, you will spend ample, without any timer, you will spend ample time on it, right? Very slowly, and you would solve it. Maybe you will be able to get the right answer also, right? But when you are given a specified time to solve that particular question, you are just rushing with it. Then only you make calculation mistakes. So this is something that you don't have to do. Today's night is going to be sleepless. Please don't do that, right? Just do what you like to do. Trust me, I used to do the same thing before my exam day. Let's say now that it is 7 o'clock, right? Tomorrow I have my exam. So I used to do this thing that after 7 or maybe after 8 p.m. I will not see anything. I will not read anything. I'm not going to see the books again. I would listen to music, or I want to go out with my parents. I want to watch a movie just to relax my mind, right? Trust me, all the fear that we'll have, it won't be there. Don't worry. Yes. Absolutely. W4, WT. Please use the last pages of your answer booklet for the rough work. But be careful while noting down the digits, because again and again you will be flipping the pages, right? You will be turning the pages. Section A to C or C to A, doesn't matter. Whichever section you attempt first, let's say in section A there are 6 questions, 2 marks each. So that section you would know that I am, according to my pace, I am able to do a 2 marker in 2 minutes or maybe in 3 minutes. So since there are 6 questions, I will take 12 minutes, or if I take 3 minutes on each question, I have to complete this section in 18 minutes. Please time yourself. Similarly with section C also, you need to time yourself that this section C I am going to complete in this much time. Right? Yes. For formulas, we will do a quick revision. Don't worry about that. Yes. I know it happens, Rajeshwari. It happens with everyone. That's why I'm saying, if you have prepared everything, your NCRT or NCRT exemplar, you have done sample papers also, no need to look at your books again. We will do a quick revision of the formulas. After that, please close your books. Do what you like to do. That makes you happy. Trust me, this works. Right? This is something I'm telling you from my own experience, right? Steps of construction, yes, even if it is not asked in the paper, please do that. Rough papers, no. Basically, you will be using the last sheet of your answer booklet. All right. Start with easy or hard ones, W4, WT. Please start with the easier ones. It will boost your confidence. You will gain confidence for solving the tougher questions then. Solve the easy ones where you're confident that I know these ones very well. All right, all right. So, healthy meal. Healthy meal means something that you like. Yes. Another thing, do not study a new topic. So, right now it's 7-8, right? So, after this session, once we revise all the formulas, I would suggest you, if you are done with everything, please close your books and do something what you like to do. Do not study any new topic at this point of time. Because let's say you study something new, you come across any new question, a hard question which you think that I'm not able to solve this, I'm not able to get to the right answer. Trust me, you will get demotivated. So don't do that. Even if you know things well, it is only going to, lower your confidence. Yes. Wow, Anup Sahani, ready to rock. Amazing. All right. Another thing, sleep early. So please sleep early so that you can wake up early in the morning. Yes. And trust me, at this point of time, this is something that I have learned from my experience when you go to the examination hall. So before that, you meet all your friends, right? At this point of time, your friends are your biggest enemies. Yes. Why am I saying this? Because what happens is, let's say you have studied NCRT exemplar, you have done this much sample papers. Your friends would be like, you haven't studied this book, you haven't done this question, this is very important, this is going to come in the exam. And what happens is, it lowers your confidence. So what I used to do is, before I go to the, before I enter the examination hall, I never used to meet my friends. Yes, it happens. Surface areas and volumes. See, I told you, whichever chapter you're facing any problem, there are one-shot sessions that we have done on all the chapters. Please go watch it. You can increase the speed, right? And then you can see the session. I'm sure whatever doubts you have, it will be cleared. Yes. Prabha, right? Ma'am, last page use करें अगर examiner नहीं कुछ कहा तो. So the last sheet only you have to use for the rough work. Yes. Thank you, Sri Lakshmi. All right. So this was about the last minute tips that I wanted to share with you. I am sure that this will be helpful for you and you all will follow it. Yes. All right. So let's get started. Now I'm quickly going to discuss all the formulas that we have in the Term 2 syllabus. Right? Just a quick revision. So these are the chapters that we have in Term 2: Quadratic Equations, Arithmetic Progressions, Circles, Constructions, Applications of Trigonometry, Surface Areas and Volumes, and Statistics. I'm going to discuss all the chapters one by one. Let's start off with Quadratic Equations. Yes? Yes, Varuna. In that case, you can bug the invigilator. You will have to. But I think the analog watch is allowed. Yes. Devi Lakshmi, that's what. Do not let negative thoughts affect your mind. Don't think that I don't know everything. When you have done all the books, you have done the sample papers also, what all you need? Yes, you can take the protractor, but protractor you can use only for checking your angle, whether it is correct or not. Though the angles that you are making, that has to be done with a compass only. Wow, Methali, thank you. Thank you, Rashmi. So I'm happy that these sessions are actually helping you a lot. Yes, Sandeep, you can do that. See, whatever way you feel that it will relax my mind, whether you want to play games, you want to listen to music, you want to watch a movie, it is okay. There is no harm in watching a movie before an exam day. I know that some people would say that tomorrow is your exam. How can you watch a movie? How can you listen to music? You should be studying at this point of time. No. You have prepared so well the entire year, right? You have put in so much effort entire year. So at this point of time, if you will pick up any new topic, if you will be studying at this point of time, trust me, you are only going to get nervous, you will be stressed out. R.D. Sharma, important. See, I'm not saying that do not do reference books, but at this point of time, when we know that our exam is another few hours, there is no point of picking up any new topic, any new book. Trust me. Yes, Sandhya, figures have to be drawn with pencil and ruler. That has to be, neat and clean work. All right. Anup Sahani. So what they do is, at the end, let's say the question, you have to draw tangents. They are inclined at an angle of 60 degrees. At the end, they're just going to, because they're not going to check each and everything, right? They will just check the final angle, if it is correct or not. That's why I'm saying you use a protractor to check the final angle. Thank you, Senthil Kumar. Thank you, Kamal Raj. I'm sure that whatever tips I shared with you, you all will follow it. And I'm really confident it will help you a lot. All right. So in quadratic equations, these are the topics that we have. Standard form of quadratic equations, zeros, roots, and solutions. What is the difference in all three of them? Because generally people use them interchangeably, but there is a difference. Methods to solve a quadratic equation and nature of roots. So this is the general form of a quadratic equation, right? And this 2 is nothing but that's the degree. Here A, B, C are real numbers. A cannot be 0 because if A is 0, this will no more be quadratic. So what are zeros? Zeros, when we say it, we talk about a quadratic polynomial. Right? When we say roots, we talk about a quadratic equation. You see the values of x over here are same, but the only difference is here we are calling it roots of a quadratic equation. These are the zeros of a quadratic polynomial. Yes. Oh my God. Abhivyakti, PYQs, sample papers, NCERT exemplar. Absolutely. And still you're asking me, is it enough? You have already done a lot. So you're all set for the exam. If you have done these books thoroughly, no need to study anything else, trust me. After this session, once we revise all the formulas, just close your books and do whatever you like to do. Yes. All right, all right. Third thing is the solution. Solution is what? The values of the unknown variable x, because which satisfy the equation, right? So x equal to 2, it is satisfying it. I'll call it a solution of the of this given equation, right? All right, let's move ahead. So when we talk about the methods to solve quadratic equation, there are two methods, factorization and quadratic formula. Let's quickly take a look at each one of them one by one. When I say factorization method, that is middle term splitting method. So ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, that's the general form of a quadratic equation. Let's take an example, like 9x square minus 3x minus 2 equal to 0. That's going to be 9x square minus 6x plus 3x minus 2 equal to 0. This would be 3x minus 2 plus 3x minus 2 equal to 0. What do we get? We get 3x minus 2, 3x plus 1. These are the values for x. Yes, I hope this is clear to everyone, how to do factorization. And another method that we have is the quadratic formula. So this is the formula to find out the root, x equal to minus b plus minus square root of d, or you can say b square minus 4ac by 2a, right? So these would be the two values where b square minus 4ac is greater than or equal to 0, or you can see d is greater than or equal to 0. So whomsoever feels that factorization method is difficult to apply in this question, or you're not comfortable with this method, you can use quadratic formula, though it's more calculative. Yes, more chances are there of making errors. Yes, any questions? Is it okay if we haven't? Gurdeep, I have a question for you. Do you think, even if you haven't studied R.D. Sharma, tell me, at this point of time, can you pick up that big book and study that? There are a lot of questions in R.D. Sharma. Is it possible? Even if you have not studied it, can you do that? Can you complete that book overnight? Even 30%, 20% book of 20% of that you will not be able to do it overnight, right? So if you have done NCERT exemplars, you have done PYQs, sample papers, that's enough. Because when you do sample papers, PYQs, you come across a lot of new questions. You get to know the exam pattern, you get to know the structure of the exam, right? Yes. Yes, ratio ones, yes, that can be asked, Kavya. Right? So I hope you all agree on this. Even if you haven't studied that book, it is not possible right now to do it. That's good, Gurdeep. If you have done that, just believe in yourself, right? Just give your best tomorrow. That's good. Yes, QB base. Yes, please do that. All right. So next, we will take a quick look at the nature of the roots. So we all know this is the general form of the quadratic equation. How do we get to know about the nature of the roots? Using the discriminant. If this value is greater than 0, we say it has real and distinct roots, and the value of roots would be minus b plus minus root d by 2a. If d is equal to 0, that means b square minus 4ac equal to 0, we say it has real and equal roots, minus b by 2a minus b by 2a. If this is less than 0, we say it has no real roots, question ends there, not valid. So when we are doing a quick revision of the formulas, all of you, what you can do is, you can quickly revise along with me. You can write it down, right? Just to check if you remember everything or not. This is something that, for the maths paper especially, that we should do at the end. Yes. All right. So all these topics are there in quadratic equations, right? Now let's move ahead. Let's quickly take a look at the next chapter, that is arithmetic progressions. So what all topics we have here? Arithmetic progression. We will be discussing the definition, general form of AP, nth term of AP, and some of first n terms of AP. Any doubts? Yes. Yes, Lisa, you have missed session for the 18-minute session, but that's okay. You can watch the recorded session later. Darshu Gaming. Either you know everything, you are a very confident one, I'm sure. Sample papers, NCERT. Keshvi? Okay. So you have done sample papers in NCERT exemplar. Please go through NCERT exemplar questions as well. Yes, Inia S. It is important. Please do that even if it is not asked in the paper. Yes. How to reduce stress? Again, I'll say the same thing. If you have done the basic things, the basic books that I told you, please, after this session, once we do a quick revision of the formulas, close your books. Do whatever you like to do. You like to play games, you like to watch a movie, but sleep early, yes. Don't be awake till late night, sleep early so that you can wake up early for the paper. Trust me, it will relax your mind. Yes, all right. So what is arithmetic progression? So we know that it's basically a sequence of numbers in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed term to the preceding term except the first term. So this is the general, this we have shown an example 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. This is nothing but that's an arithmetic progression. Here plus 2 you can see there is a difference of plus 2 between the consecutive terms. So this is nothing but that's the common difference, right, which we denote with small d. Yes, Harshini, rough circle figure with compass. Rough circle figure with compass. No rough figure. You have to draw a neat and clean figure using a compass, ruler, pencil. Yes. All right. What can I do if I don't understand the question? Tell me away, ma'am. There might be a possibility. Maybe, see, it all depends on your preparation. Might be a possibility that tomorrow you would know all the answers, or maybe you might get stuck in 1 or 2 questions. Maybe, it may be possible, right? But what if it happens? What we need to do then? So what did I tell you? In reading time, you would go through the paper quickly, all the questions. You know that, okay, these are the ones that I know. I'm going to solve these first in this much span of time. I'm going to leave another last 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes for these questions. And at last, please do revise all the questions. I mean, all the answers that you have written. A quick revision should be done. Sometimes when we are solving, when we are rushing with the paper, we are solving it hastily, we might end up writing something wrong. Maybe we might forget to write the units, we might write wrong digits. So we should do a final revision of our answer sheet at the end. Absolutely, Fuzzy. Yes, your teacher is right. Solve with the easy ones. Keep writing down question numbers. Doesn't matter, even if I start from section C or section A. Yes, but you need to keep an eye on watch, an eye on time. That's important. R.D. Sharma, NCERT example. Oh my God, Keshvi, you have done a lot. You're all set for tomorrow's exam. I'm sure you would score 100%. You have done everything. Previous year question papers. Swapnika. All right. So let's move ahead. So what is general form of an AP? Sequence of the form A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, A plus 4D. That's the general form, right? Where A denotes the first term and D is the common difference. When we talk about the nth term, an is equal to a plus n minus 1d. An is the nth term, a the first term, d the common difference, n is the number of terms in the sequence. See, since we have our math exam tomorrow, in maths what is important? Concepts, obviously, they're important in every subject, whether it's physics, it's maths. But the thing is, formulas. One thing I want to highlight here that when you are solving any question, whether it's a geometry question or it's an algebra question, whatever it is, please do write the formula that you are using. Whether you are using that formula in the question twice, please do write it. Yes, because step marking is going to be there. It's a subjective paper. Second thing, units have to be written. That's important. Please don't forget that. Another important thing for geometry questions, reasoning has to be given. Doesn't matter whether the same reason is coming 2-3 times in the answer, please do write it. Vishnu Shri, that's it. You are prepared for tomorrow's paper. Thank you, Pranay. I'm sure Aishi have done NCERT, apart from this NCERT and NCERT exemplar as well, because that's the basic books that we have to complete apart from these ones. All right. So let's move ahead. Let's take a look at the next topic. Sum of first n terms in an AP. So we have this formula, Sn equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1d, where a is the first term, n is the number of terms, d is the common difference, and Sn is nothing but that's the first sum of first n terms. From this formula only we have derived the second formula, right? So basically this could be written as, no need to mug up. See, this is coming from this only. I can write this 2a as a plus a, right? Rest of the things as it is. And we just know that a plus n minus 1d is nothing, that's an. So Sn would be equal to n by 2 a plus l. I can write nth term as the last term, right? No need to. Definitions are just for your knowledge. You should know them. That's it. No need to mug up the definitions. Can we also try or question? Sorry, I'm not able to understand your question. Swati. Yes. Are you talking about the choice, given an internal choice in the paper? So you have to attempt only one question out of them, not both of them. Veena Mishra, NCERT exemplar, and then your PYQ sample papers and all. NCERT question banks. Wow, Aditya. Yes, that's enough. More than enough. All right, let's move ahead. So these are the topics that we learn, that we have in the arithmetic progressions. So you see only 2 formulas, not 3 actually, 2 formulas. Third one was derived from the second one only. Yes, let's move ahead. Let's quickly take a look at the next chapter. So now we'll be discussing circles. So in circles, we will be talking about the basic terminologies, and there are only 2 theorems in this chapter. That's the best part. Because I know geometry is something that most students struggle with. But here are only 2 theorems. But yes, in circles, the concepts that you have learned in grade 9th, the theorems, that can also be used. So please have a look at those theorems, at those statements as well. In so many questions, we have used them. Yes. Thank you, Mariam. Applications of trigonometry, steps are compulsory. Monica, steps are compulsory in every chapter. Please, when you're writing, keep that in mind that we do not have to skip steps. Step marking would be there. Do not skip step, because trust me, when we are skipping steps, you might end up making an error. Yes. All right. So basic terminologies I'm going to discuss. What is a sector? You can see these are the 2 radii and this is the arc. This is the minor arc. So region enclosed between this, that's called the sector. Since it's a minor arc, this is the minor sector. Similarly, here these are the 2 radii and this is the major arc. So we call this region as the major sector. Talking about a segment. What is a segment? Region between a chord, this is a chord, and the arc. This is a minor arc, so we'll call this minor segment. Similarly, this is going to be major segment. So we just need to know these terms, right? Just for knowledge. Let's say if it is used somewhere, right? So another thing is tangent. All this you have learned in area related to circles also. So I'm sure that everyone would know about it. Tangent, we know that's a line which touches the circle at only one point, right? This is the tangent touching at one point. Now quickly let's go through the theorems that we have. Yes. So tangent at any point of a circle is perpendicular to the radius at the point of contact. Please, the proof of theorems, please do prepare proofs as well for both these theorems. Theorem number 2, which says that length of tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal in length. This is the external point, so these tangents are going to be equal. So this was from the chapter circle. Since it is geometry, do mention the reasoning, whatever step you are writing. Yes. Now we will talk about the next chapter, that is constructions. Yes, before I start this, any doubts? Yes, please do write steps of construction. Yes. Rita, you can do that, but it will get really messed up. And it doesn't look presentable then. I have finished everything. You said please say what to do after that. Whatever I said, you have done that, Darshini. So now after this session, watch this session, revise all the formulas with me. After that, close your books and then do whatever you like to do. Please do not study any new topic. Don't study, because once this session gets over, I think in another few minutes, it will already be 8 p.m. You will have your dinner. It's better you sleep early so that you can wake up early, or in another 1 hour, 1.5 hour, do whatever you like to do, whether you want to listen to music, just to relax your mind. Please do that. It will help you. Is there any problem while writing questions? Sorry, I'm not able to understand what you're asking. Writing questions? You don't have to write the question. You just have to write the question number, section number, and then just solve it. We don't write steps, would we? Fatima, steps of construction has to be written. Please. Yes, you have to write it. Neha Suhail. But still, I'm sure that you must be done with NCRT. That's your Bible. Root values, Diya, root 3 and root 2. These two are very frequently used. So keep those two in mind. Root 3 is what? That's 1.414. Generally, it is given in the paper, the root values, when you talk about the board exams. But even if it is not given, you should know these two. These are the most frequently used ones. But another thing, if you come across a bigger value, generally if you would come across, let's say root 10, root 51, something like this, values are given. But if it is not given, I'm sure that all of you would know how to solve a square root using that long division method. You should know these small things, because this is something that you have learned in previous grades. It's not that it can't be used in grade 10th. Please, I missed that question. Somebody said that for constructions, for drawing the figures, black pen, red pen, blue pen, something was written. We use pencil or black pen. Can you please? Okay, pencil or black pen. Please, for drawing figures, whether it's application of trigonometry, it's circles, it's construction, whichever chapter, whether you're making a box for statistics, please use pencil. Yes, and the values that you're writing in statistics, the headings and the values, that has to be written with your blue pen. Rest, for circles, construction, the figures that you're making, use pencil, ruler, compass, please. Figures are not to be made with pen. And when you start the paper, I'm sure that please go through the instructions carefully. Yes, all the instructions. No, triangles is not coming, ranking guru. Yes, rationalize the answer. Yes, please do that. Rishit, thank you. Absolutely. Yes. It's not that you always have to draw path, always have to draw a rough figure for construction. It's only for a specific type where it is given that two tangents are inclined at an angle of 60 degree. For that one, you can, it is not mandatory that you have to draw a rough figure, but you will have to show the justification that why the central angle is 120 degree. I'm just giving you an example. Only in that case, otherwise it is not needed. Yes, Aman, justification also. To find the nature of roots, you have to find out discriminant, that is D, B square minus 4AC. Yes, Sineolagam, yes. For calculation tricks, I have done a session, tips and tricks for faster calculation. After this session, you can go and watch it, increase the speed, and it's a very small session. You can just quickly, and I have discussed how to find out the square root and all. You can watch it, recorded session is there. Yes, trigonometry in circles, it can be used. Concepts can be used. Alpha plus beta minus b by a. Yes, you can use that. It's not that you cannot use that concept. It is correct. If it is correct, you can use it. Discriminant is only telling you, Abhisha, it only tells you the b square minus 4ac value. It tells you about the nature of roots. But to find out, when we say quadratic formula, that is for finding out the roots, which is x equal to minus b plus minus root d by 2a. That is for finding the value of the roots. Yes? Sachin, yes, please do that. Yes. Alright, so there are two topics, division of a line segment in a given ratio and construction of pair of tangents, right? So for the first method, I know that in the NCERT, two methods are given. You can use any method for dividing the line segments. So here we have to divide a line segment of length 16 centimeter in the ratio 5:3. So first what we did, we draw this line AB over here, that's 16 centimeter. Then you draw this AX, which is making an acute angle with this. And total is 5:3, that means total is 8. We would put 8 arcs on this ray AX such that all these are equal, A1, A2 like this, right? Then we join BA8. You can see that these lines have to be parallel. It has to be done using a compass and compass, ruler, pencil, right? Alright. So that's how you can do it, or you can use the another method also. Then coming to the next topic, construction of pair of tangents. So when you have to draw tangents to a circle from a point, what we do is, first of all, this is the circle, right? I have to draw tangents to this circle. So what will I do from this external point P? First I join them, right? Then we will take the perpendicular bisector. You will get the midpoint, putting the compass needle here. Yes, and then you draw the circle. Sorry, it has become very untidy. Now you can have a look to it. Yes. Any questions? Length of tangents. So at the end, hi guys, what's up? What you can do is at the end, what you need to do in these questions, use your ruler and check if the length of both your tangents are equal or not. So that's how you need to check your answer at the end. Yes. Please, when you are saying that leaving the answer in roots, please solve it till the end if the time permits. Yes, please do that. From A8, previous one. Okay, let me go back to the previous one. Yes, BA8, the last one, right? And ratio was 5:8 from this fifth one. Yes. All right. Let's move ahead. So this was from constructions. These were the two topics. Now let's move ahead. Let's quickly take a look at the next chapter. Now I'll be discussing some applications of trigonometry. So first, some basic terminologies and what assumptions do we need to make while solving questions, and trigonometric ratios of some specific angles. Those values you need to know. Yes. What do we mean by this, Siddharth? Extra questions. Yes. So when we are viewing an object which is straight ahead, we say that the line of sight in that case would be same as our horizontal level. So what is line of sight? The line drawn from the eyes of an observer to a point or the object to be viewed, right? Another thing that we use here is angle of elevation. So when we are looking above, right, to see an object, so in that case, angle of elevation is formed between the line of sight and the horizontal, right? And talking about angle of depression, when you're looking down to view an object, so in that case, angle between the horizontal and line of sight, that's the angle of depression. All right. So let's move ahead. So what assumptions do we make while solving these questions? So let's say I'm talking about the Qutub Minar over here. It's a 3D object, right? And from the observer, it is 73 meters away. So observer is looking at the top of this. That's the reality, right? But when we are making the figure in the question, we basically replace this 3D object with a straight line and this observer's eye with a point object, right? So 3D object by a vertical line, observer with a point object, and we label height, angle, distance, everything. One thing, in some applications of trigonometry, all of you please note it down. First thing, you have to make the figure with pencil, ruler and all, right? Second thing, when you make a figure, because in questions there is some, some story is given, boy standing there looking at the top of the Qutub Minar, something like this. So obviously you won't be making a 3D object over there. So when you're making such kind of figures, you have to mention that here BC is the height of the Qutub Minar, the distance of the boy from this from the Qutub Minar, that's 73 meters. All this has to be given because the examiner would not know what is BC over here, what is AB over here, what is it is actually denoting. So you have to write all this. Yes, how to derive figure, or you're asking how to, basically you're asking how to draw the figure, right, in these kind of questions. So that's simple, Anupma. When you are reading a question, first read it carefully, slowly, right, make a figure, right, and after that, in some applications of trigonometry, figure is made, question is done, I would say, right? After that, it's very simple. You just have to apply trigonometry in different triangles and you would get the answer. Yes. Ma'am, if it is asked to find the discriminant, then what we... Discriminant. Shreya, I think you're asking for discriminant, right? So simply, if discriminant, you have to find out D is equal to B square minus 4AC. Use this formula and find it out. Not always, Varshini, Martha, Varshini, Venkat. Not always it is required. Will we get any other values? Ideally, you should not get, because you are supposed to use, because with compass we can only make angles which are multiples of 15, right? But in case you come across some other angle, then in that case you will have to use a protractor, because that cannot be drawn with a compass. All right. Now I'll quickly discuss trigonometric ratios of some common angles, because this table is important, right? So for the ones who still don't remember this, who are having a hard time remembering this table, I'll tell you a trick. First you write them in order: 0, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree. We only need to know how to find out the sine theta values. So start in this order: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a trick to remember this. Divide each value by 4, right? And then you take a square root of each one of them. So 0 by 4, it's going to be 0, square root of this. This will be 1 by 2. This will be 1 by root 2. This would be root 3 by 2, and this would be 1. That's a trick to remember the sine values. Now we know that cos values are in reverse order, right, for the sine values. I'm just going to write this in reverse order, you see. This will remain same. This will be 1 by 2. This will be 0. I have reversed the order. Tan theta, that's nothing. That's sine theta by cos theta. So 0 by 1 would be 0. This would be 1 by root 3. This is 1, root 3. And this is going to be not defined. This should be on your tips actually. Yes. All right. Can I write pi in the using pi value? So you're saying you will not put the value of pi. You would just use pi. You just write pi. See, these kind of things you would come across in surface areas and volumes, right? So if you have seen the sessions, I've showed you the strategy, like how to make the calculation simpler. So that you need to see whether you need to put the pi value at the very beginning or at the end. But yes, at the end you will have to put the value. You can't leave it like that. Yes. At the last page, are you talking about making the table? See, you are only going to waste time in that case. It's better that all the values should be on your tips, right? So if you can remember the sign values, I've shown you the trick. If you can remember the sign values, you can find out any other value. But no need to make the entire table, because generally you come across questions where tan is used or sign would be used. No other values are used generally, right? Completing the square method to make calculation quicker. Agrima, it's a subjective paper, right? So in case you have to show that on your answer sheet, you cannot use completing the square method. That could be, you can do in the rough page, right? But not on your main answer booklet. You cannot do that. Yes. Ananya, all this in figure only, what does that mean? All this in figure? Can you please elaborate on this? What are you actually asking? Can you please, I'm not able to read all the comments. Can you please reduce? Yeah, now it's visible. Chapter mein kaun se? For some questions we need to write what is given in the question. Yes, for some questions you will have to mention it, the information that is given. Shows on value of under roots. See, generally root 2 and root 3 is used, right? Generally you should know the values for both of them. Second thing, for other root values, I have done a session for tips and tricks for faster calculation. There I have discussed how to find out the square roots also. Please, after this session, go and watch it. Say questions with or will they consider first one or the next one? Yes, good question. So for the questions which have internal choice, so somebody is asking, let's say if I attempt both the questions, right? The choice one, which are given which are given in the choice, the internal choice would be there. So let's say you are not really confident in the first one. Here you're not confident, but you solved it. In the next one also you're not very confident. Still you solved it. You've solved both of them. So obviously in that case, first one is always considered. No need to waste time. So please don't solve both the questions. Wherever you feel that I feel that here I might get more marks, please solve only one of them. Because examiners, they always consider the first one. Next one would be cancelled. Yes. Yes. Steps of construction yes, it is necessary. Yes. Yes, Rashmi, it is deleted. Can we do labeling in the figure? Yes, labeling has to be done. By labeling, you mean marking A, B, C, D, right? Or you're saying, let's say, that object is Qutub Minar, you would write Qutub Minar. No, you have to write the proper statements for that. All right. So talking about cosec theta, that is the reciprocal of sin theta. When I say reciprocal, you have to invert the value. So reciprocal of 0 would be not defined, right? Reciprocal of 1 by 2 would be 2. 1 by root 2 would be root 2. This is 2 by root 3, and that's going to be 1. Talking about sec theta, that's the reciprocal of cos theta. Reciprocal of 1 is 1. This is 2 by root 3. This is root 2. This is 2. And this is going to be not defined. Talking about cot theta, that is reciprocal of tan. Invert the value. This is going to be not defined, right? And this value would be root 3. This is 1. This is 1 by root 3. And this is going to be what? This is going to be 0, right? So that's how we can solve this table. So please, no need to make the table at the last sheet, I would say. Yes, I hope this is clear to everyone. So these were the topics from some applications of trigonometry. Now let's move ahead. Let's quickly take a look at the next chapter. Now we'll be discussing surface areas and volumes. So what all topics we have here? Formula of solids, combination of solids, surface area of combined solids, volume of combined solids, and conversion of solids. So let's quickly discuss all these one by one. Yes. All right. So this is a cube. It's a 3D figure. For its lateral surface area, we are not considering the top and the bottom, right? It's going to be 4a square. For total surface area, we are considering all the 6 surfaces. That's 6a square, right? All right. And volume would be a cube. When I'm talking about a cuboid with length, breadth, and height, lateral surface area is 2HL plus B. Not considering top and bottom. Total surface area, you're considering all the 6 surfaces. 2 times LB plus BH plus HL. Volume would be LBH, right? I'm assuming that all of you would know the formulas really well. Formulas should be on your tips at this point of time. Yes. Anil Singh Chauhan, basically the reducible ones are deleted. So if the reducible method is not used, that question could be asked. If that method is used there, it could not be solved with any other method, then in that case it won't be asked in the paper. Yes. All right, so talking about a cylinder. When we say curved surface area, we are not considering the top and the bottom flat surfaces. It is 2 pi RH, right? Total surface area, you consider the top and bottom as well. So this is pi r square, top and bottom, 2 pi r square. So 2 pi RH plus 2 pi r square. Volume is what? Pi r square h. Talking about a sphere, it has a curved surface area, or you can just say surface area, right? That's 4 pi r square. Volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube. All right. Executor, obviously that would be 0. It is not there. All right, all right. All right, let's move ahead. Let's quickly take a look at the next figure. That's hemisphere, exactly half of sphere. So curved surface area is 2 pi r square. Total surface area would be 3 pi r square. Why? Because now we are considering this flat surface also. Executor, I have answered to your doubt. Yes. Miss Rashi, for this, I know that it's a conceptual doubt that you are asking. Please watch the one-shot sessions that we have done on surface areas volumes. The doubt that you are asking, I have explained that thing in detail in the session. It will be cleared once you watch it, I'm sure. For time management, we have done a session on that. After this session, you can go and watch it. How to manage time in the exam. I'm sure it will help you. All right. Talking about a cone, I'm saying curved surface area, I'm not considering the flat surface at the bottom. It's going to be pi r l. L is the slant height, square root of r square plus h square. And total surface area, we consider the flat surface as well. That is pi r l plus pi r square. Volume is 1/3 of the volume of cylinder, 1/3 pi r square h. So this was about the formulas of these 3D figures. Now I'll talk about the combination of solids, right? This is something that we have new in grade 10th. So here you can see that this is a tent over here, right? Cylindrical tent and conical at the top. Two figures are combined, coal and a cylinder. So here and here you can see that we have this cylinder and two more hemispheres out of it. So this is nothing but this is about combination of figures, right? Next we will talk about the conversion of solids. So when a solid is reshaped, so volume remains the same. When you come across these words, reshaped, molten, melted into, broken into, melted, something like this, in that case volume remains the same. Like we have three small spheres over here, each with a radius small r. Once it is heated, it is melted, it becomes a bigger sphere which has a radius capital R. So volume remains the same, right? And here once again when it was heated, a cube is formed with side length A. Again when it is melted, again the three spheres of the same radius formed, small r. So what we see here is that in every case volume still remains the same. So this is one way to guess when you come across questions, these kind of terms are given, reshaped, melted, broken into, right? Yes, I hope this is clear, how to figure out what we need to find out in this particular question. So this was from surface areas and volumes. Now let's quickly discuss statistics. So these are the three topics that we have: mean of group data, median of group data, and mode of group data. Let's quickly take a look at the first one, mean of group data. So what is mean? It's a measure of central tendency which gives the average. Mean is what? Average of the data. So in this term 2 syllabus, you have two methods. One is the direct method. X bar is equal to summation fi xi by fi. Class marks, how to find out xi? That's the class mark. Upper limit plus lower class limit by 2. Another method is assumed mean method. So here assumed mean, that is small a, that's an arbitrary mean. We assume it, which is called assumed mean somewhere in the middle of all the values of x. Formula is x bar equal to a plus summation fi di by summation fi, d is xi minus a. One thing which you generally ask me, ma'am, how do we know which method to use in the question if it is not mentioned, right? If it is not mentioned in the question. So if you see that the values given in the question are small, they are not big values, go for direct method. If you feel that values are bigger, go for assumed mean method. Obviously, I know assumed mean method looks lengthy because you have to make 2-3 more columns, but it makes the calculation a lot simpler. There would be lesser chances of making silly mistakes. Yes? I hope this thing, all of you would keep that in mind. S3 party, doesn't matter. But whatever section you start with, please time yourself. Yes, Sri 123, you're very late because we are at the last chapter right now, but it's okay. Whatever you have missed, you can watch the recorded session on YouTube. Yes, Devi Lakshmi, you can do that if you want to. I'm not saying it completely depends on you. But it's better if you have done, if you have practiced well. At this point of time, you should be relaxing, I would say. Yes. Keshvi, for that, yes. For that, please watch the session on some applications of trigonometry. We have discussed a lot of questions. I'm sure it will help you. Yes. All right, all right. Let's quickly discuss the median. So median, as the name suggests, middlemost number or central value in the set. Formula is L plus n by 2 minus CF by F into H. L is what? Lower limit of median class. N is the number of observation. F is frequency of median class. CF is cumulative frequency of preceding class. H is the class size, right? I'm sure no one has confusion in median now. Yes, Niranjana, absolutely. So what is mode? The value that comes the maximum number of times, which has the highest frequency. The value that is repeatedly occurring in a given set. Formula is L plus F1 minus F0 by 2 F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. L is lower limit of the modal class. Class interval size is H. F1 is the frequency of modal class, F0 frequency of preceding class, F2 frequency of the succeeding class. So these are the topics that we have in statistics, right? Please prepare all these topics well. Statistics is one of the easiest chapters. It's very easy to score marks in this chapter because questions are generally straightforward. All we need is we need to know the formulas, right? Yes. And can the angle come like 1545? Yes, Keshvi, why not? Because 45 degree, you can draw that using 1545. Both can be drawn using a compass. Yes, multiples of 15 are there. Yes, booty mein fruity. We have done nothing, but we have full faith in us. See, faith is important. You need to believe yourself, but I'm sure that we need to work for that as well. I'm sure you must have studied for the paper. Is there any chance of asking mean, median or mode? I'm sorry, I'm not able to read the entire comment, Siddharth. Are you asking, is it possible that they all can be in the same question? Yes, because it is single formula, but that can only, that can be asked because it is there in the NCERT. Ma'am, if it is written, find mean if median is and mode is, what to do? Yes, you can use the formula in that case. Yes. All right, all right. So this was the last chapter for today's session. So we have discussed all the formulas that we have in the term 2 syllabus. I'm sure that all of you have revised along with me, right? So don't worry. I know that you might be thinking there is a lot. You might be stressed out at this point of time. Please do not worry. As I told you, do not pick any new stuff at this point of time to study. So at this point of time, I would just like to say one thing, all the very best for your paper. No need to worry, you have prepared really well the entire year. You have put in a lot of effort, right? So many of you have been regularly attending the classes and you've been really disciplined. So all you need now is a little rest. Yes, you need to relax your mind, just be confident, right? Self-confidence is very important. You need to believe in yourself. I'm sure you will rock tomorrow's exam. Yes? Dhanishka, absolutely not. I used to do this as well. Yes. You want to listen to music? Please do that. Ma'am, if the angle is slightly less or greater than, Devi Lakshmi, are you talking about, let's say it is not 45 degree, it is 47 degree or something. In that case, obviously, you will have to use a protractor. That cannot be done with a compass. Because with a compass, we can only draw multiples of 15. Thank you, Maithili. Sapna, I'm not able to read the, ma'am, can question in which the D is not same can be asked. D is not same. If D is not same, it will not be an AP. Yes, sequence will be an AP only if the common difference is same. Yes. More than less than type, this is deleted from this year's syllabus. Thank you, Ashwin. Yes. Modal class, we do not assume the modal class. Subham Shri, we do not assume modal class. That is for, we do that in assumed mean case. Modal class, how do you check? You see that which one has the highest frequency. The class corresponding to that becomes your modal class. See, if you have any confusion in this, please watch the statistics one short session. You should not have this doubt at this point of time. Please clarify your doubt. Because I'm sure that I'm just telling this to you verbally. You might not be able to understand it. You can go and watch that part of the session, the mode part. Yes. Yes, Agrima. There can be questions. Yes. So in that case, you have to convert that. All right. All right. Now, quickly, let me give you a glimpse of the upcoming session. So just like I was there for you for your math paper. Yes. Similarly, your science teachers are also going to help you. Let's quickly take a look at the upcoming sessions that we are going to have. So on 5th May, there would be a session on last 4 days science strategy for term 2 board exams. Top 15 chemistry NCERT questions would be discussed. And on 6th May, complete term 2 biology marathon, mega term 2 Menti quiz would be there. And on that same day, there would be complete term 2 chemistry marathon, mega term 2 Menti quiz for chemistry. Wow, Menti. We all like it, right? On 7th May, there would be still confusion, Joule's law of heating numericals for term 2. There would be 5 tips to avoid silly mistakes. On 8th May, all important physics concepts under 45 minutes. 9th May, mega term 2 Menti quiz for physics would be there. And on the same day, last minute tips and good luck, complete science mega Menti. And 10th, science term 2 paper analysis. Yes. So you have the entire timetable for your science paper also. Yes. Thank you, Devi Lakshmi. Can Menjor, it is deleted. No need to practice that. Thank you, Niranjana. All right, now a very important update for you. So now we can also connect on Telegram. Yes, so there you will get all the important updates regarding the sessions, homework questions, revision questions. You will get sessions PDF also that you have been asking us for quite a long time, right? And there would be some interesting Sunday fun day facts. Yes, and you would also know what new is cooking and much more. So you can also show us the expressions you are filling. So what are you waiting for? Please click on the link in the description and join us now. Yes, still scared? Why? So I'm sure that all of you are well prepared for tomorrow's paper. Yes, maths paper analysis. We will be doing that tomorrow, post your exam. Yes. You can listen to me for hours. See, whatever doubt you have regarding any topic, if you have any confusions, like you said for mode, you said for surface areas and volumes, at this point in time, there should not be any confusion. So I would suggest you take a break after this session. Please go watch the one-shot sessions that we have done, especially case studies also. So we should not be missing on case studies because it is not in the NCERT, right? It is not in the books, not in the previous year question papers also. But it's an important part of the paper. 2 case studies would be coming. Please go watch the case studies as well. There is a session that we have done. You will get a rough idea about it, right? And you can try out those same questions. It's a recorded session. You can increase the speed and solve it, right? Yes, Rija. It is there in the NCERT, just a formula, empirical formula. You can revise that also. Yes. Executor, yes, you have to write it. Even if it is not asked in the paper, please write steps of construction, justification. Yes. Priyanka, yes, that's okay. You can watch the recorded session now. Thank you, Rashmi. And as you all know, we have free trial classes also. Please click on the link in the description and get all your doubts clarified instantly during the class. And please like, share and subscribe. Share it with your friends, with your family members if you feel that these sessions are actually helping you a lot. I'm sure that tomorrow you all will do really good, and whatever tips I shared with you, what you should do, like how you should attempt the paper, right? I'm sure that you all will follow it. I'm sure it will help you a lot. Yes? Yes, thank you so much and all the very best for your exam. Do well. Thank you. Bye-bye.